The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. And his first look is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Jones. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a give right side Swift. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option left. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there. A nice game.
He knew that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll give to the big man, Campbell, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up 1st downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Lance going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. 6-0 our score after 1.
The score on Lions 6, 49ers 0.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Campbell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. To throw, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Uses the stiff arm. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here's Campbell. Gets around him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On the run, it's Campbell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they played him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they get their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well.
And I think the ball's out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds. So they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble. But if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now here's Colby Wadman. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 play away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone in the coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Blankenship out for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the... and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
He's got this to Pickens. And in for the Lions touchdown. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Rodrigo championship on for the PAT. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
On second down, here's Mitchell. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They go up the middle with Campbell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 36, Lance. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly are ready up today, partner, because they've created big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Lance. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they run with Campbell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, He's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
It's complete. And he is in for the 2 points, and they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
49ers 11.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On second down, Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Five yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Throwing on first down is Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go. Strike. Check, strike.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Hey, look here.
On first down, Campbell. We'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right, 37. Check back. Shot, 17. Check you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic in that place was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Lance going to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll run on first down. Campbell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down now, it's Campbell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Lance. He'll find Lindsey here. Ooh, the juke. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. A give, running left is Campbell. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Ball on the 8, second and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. That's caught. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Here's Jones to throw. That's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's go. Yo, blue. Ready?
Now Jones. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to work. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Lions, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.